Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a bit of Artfight prep, we'll be discussing some of my plans for Artfight this year. Getting right into it, I have about 32 characters saved across multiple creators on Artfight. I am currently looking for more, as I go, and a lot of people probably don't know how to look for characters, so I will actually tell you the way I do it. There are two methods I follow, which are literally like the only two you can use, but they're smart ones. Or well, I guess there's four technically. So the four you can use are, number one, searching for tags, which I do not look for tags. I have my character tagged, which is hilarious. I have all of them have some kind of tag, but I don't search for tags. And then you can go on the recently uploaded page and scroll through there. And I do that sometimes, but recently there's been a lot more furry art on there, and I don't draw furries. Anthropomorphic characters have never been my strong suit. That's why I stick to feral animals, is because they're literally just an animal. You could literally find a photo of an animal as a reference and then just sketch out the body lines. And so the third one would probably be searching for some kind of name, specifically if it's an OC from an anime, TV show, etc. Or you can use, so that's the third, I think. The fourth way to do it is you can give yourself a random character and just constantly be loading the random characters. Or my personal favorite, which is what I have been doing, load the random user. And the reason I load random users is when you go to the search bar, click random user, and then it'll bring you to their page, but then click on their characters, and it shows you all of the characters they've made. And the cool thing about it is, too, is that way if you find someone you like that doesn't have a lot of followers, you can follow them. And if there is someone that you don't like, you can just skip them. I have found a lot of the attacks I'm planning on doing this year off of that method. It's probably one of the quicker methods because you can literally just shuffle through them quickly. And I've picked I've only picked one character per creator that I have found that I like. And I've probably shuffled that page at least 150 times by now. And that's literally all I did yesterday, and the day before that was I was constantly shuffling new user. And another thing, too, is I followed a lot of new people because the cool thing about that feature as well is you can find new users and old users with small followings. And it gives you a chance to follow someone that may not have a ton of followers on Artfight, and it also gives you a chance to interact with some of our community. And I feel like something to that is I have found a lot of characters that way, and some of them actually I was pleasantly surprised with how versatile they were, because I feel like you see a lot of people and their OCs have very, very strict guidelines, and that's completely fine. You know, no one should be drawing an OC against the owner's rules. But I feel like sometimes there are some weird rules thrown in there, like you can't draw them wearing white after Labor Day, you know? Which, I mean, if it's a Bratz OC, I could kind of see that, but, like, I don't know. I feel like some of the rules are just a bit weird. Well, I found one character, I can't remember their name, but I will be attacking them, and I already have an attack in mind using my character and theirs. The thing about it is their character was very versatile in the sense that you can change outfits, you can draw them with your OC, you can draw a lot of stuff. The only thing you cannot do is NSFW, which I have strong stances on no NSFW on my page. And so that's on my global permissions. So, and on a lot of the character permissions. But recently I've been changing that because I realize I have specific things I want for each character that need to be known rather than just having it in my globals. And There are specific rules I have for some. Like, some I will allow eye strain, some I will not. My characters from Brickhead Bay, I will not allow to have eye strain, but the ones from Plum River, sure. I am very against gore. Mild gore, I suppose, would be alright, depending on the character, but even then, I don't have that many characters that I feel like I'd be like, oh yeah. But, you know, if it's done tastefully, then sure. I don't know, I feel like a lot of my characters have a certain je ne sais quoi about them, and I don't want it to be, you know, weird. And it's actually kind of funny that I'm saying that, because I have those rules, and then other people have similar rules, but for different reasons, and to me they may be stupid, but to them they make complete sense. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think something to it as well is I picked Team Mystery, which I did not think was a problematic team, but the reason Mystery is problematic is because it's the third team, in the sense that it was kind of just thrown in there, you know? I feel like if we were going to do 3 teams, we should have done, like, Pepsi, Sprite, and Coca-Cola. I feel like that would be such a funny theme. But, yeah. I understand why a lot of people are having problems with this theme. I picked Team Mystery willingly because I was like... Because the funny thing about my OC series is it is a mystery. A lot of my characters are, quote-unquote, mysterious. Not really. But, you know, it is a mystery. It's finding out what happened and why, and... that's the reason I picked it. I know a lot of people picked comedy and tragedy because they are more of a comical or neutral person. And that's completely fine if you want to pick that as a, like, team. And also, I've noticed something interesting is while we are the smallest team, a lot of my followers are on Team Mystery. And I would like a bit more of a following, like, a little bit more of a diverse following, you know, because I want to attack all 3 teams. I do friendly fire, all of it, if, you know, I like the character. And I feel like a lot of it is what it is, and I don't know. I feel like, personally, if I had to call the winner of this year, I would actually say I think it's going to be Tragedy, not going to lie. And I don't have to be on the winning team. That's why I picked Mystery, is just for fun. I don't really care about winning this year because it's my first year, and overall, I just want to get a feel for the game and a feel for giving other people art of their OCs. And I've tried to put out posts in some of the art discords I'm in for art trades, but no one ever really replies back, and then also people are incredibly nitpicky about their OCs. And it's not the Artfight kind of nitpicky, it's like the kind of nitpicky where they're like, oh yeah, you can draw them, but you have to literally draw them in my style or I will not like it. And it's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to know what your style is and where, like, you know. And my style's pretty flexible, I like to think, but it's all on perception and what I'm doing, because I think people would value my art more if I use my style than rather trying to copy theirs, you know, because while I could do that, hypothetically, of course, I don't know that people would really like that, because they're like, huh, thanks for the art, but, like, I feel like I could have just done that, you know? And that kind of leads me to another thing. I'm okay with literally any type of art on Artfight, specifically any medium. You could draw my characters, like, I don't know, anyway, as long as it doesn't go against my rules. I mean, heck, you could make a cake out of my characters, and I would love it. But I think that people are a little too serious about what mediums they do and do not want. And actually, believe it or not, that goes against the Artfight rules, apparently. I found out that, like, it's okay if you don't prefer a certain type of medium, But if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this, but I read them a while ago and they were a bit wordy, so I don't know. They do not allow you to discriminate against a certain person who uses a certain medium, whether it be crafts, digital, traditional, painting, etc. Mixed media, for that matter. All of that kind of stuff is valid in its own art form, and I would be honored to be attacked in any art form. I think that we really need to get over ourselves, because while you might prefer a certain style, that's not always going to be the style you get. And even if you don't like the style, I mean, heck, I don't know. I could get someone that draws my character and I don't like the style, but I'm still going to thank them for the effort, and I'm still going to say thank you. I appreciate it, you know? And I feel like people are just so caught up in making sure their character looks the way they want it to, that we forget we're all artists learning at our own pace. And who knows, in a few years, they might not even use the same style they did now. Have grace with artists. That's all I can really say with that topic in mind. And remember, we're all growing at our own pace. I have no traditional training or whatsoever. Like, I have no training from a professional artist or art teacher. All of this I have learned by myself, and I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty good for having no training, you know? And I think that, yeah, that's all I wanted to say today. All right. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.